Welcome to this complete guide to setting up and using the Domino's Action Bar add-on. In this video, I'll show you how to move bars, apply skins, and create visibility conditionals. Everything I cover here will work for Classic and Retail, so let's jump right in. After installing Domino's from an add-on manager or from CurseForge, you can get started by left-clicking the minimap icon. This will activate configuration mode and will allow you to click and drag to move your bars around. You can disable or change the size of the grid lines with a pop-up at the top of your screen. While you're in configuration mode, you can also hover over a bar and shift right click to hide it, or press your mouse scroll wheel. You can also change the transparency of your bars by hovering over them and scrolling. Moving the mouse wheel down will make it more transparent, and up makes it more solid. To dive into more settings for your bars, you just need to right click the one you want to change. You can then use the layout options to change things like the number of icons and the spacing. So I usually set the spacing and padding to 0. If you're coming from the default action bars, you can reposition bars 1, 5, and 6 to match your original setup. I'm going to hide all the empty bars on this character and keep bars 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6 visible. I'm then going to slide bar 3 to the side for a minute and reposition the menu, the bags, and the experience bars. From there, I'll right click on bars 2 and 5 to reduce the number of icons shown to 5, and then position the bars so that they form a nice solid block on the bottom. I also want to reduce the size of my experience bar by right clicking and then by adjusting the scale slider. For bar 3, I'm going to turn this into a vertical action bar that can sit on the side of my screen, and then I want it to fade out when I'm not hovering over it. So to make it vertical, you need to right click on it and then move the column slider to 1. To apply a fade, you just need to go to the fading options and then turn the faded opacity slider down. Now your bar will be pretty transparent until you hover over it. I typically move this vertical bar to the right of my quest log, and then I use the Khalil's Tracker add-on so that I can customize the location so it doesn't overlap. With all those bars in place, the next step is to make sure your key bindings are set up correctly. To assign new keybinds, you just need to right click on the Domino's icon and then click on Bind Keys. From there, you can hover over icons and press Escape to clear existing bindings, and then press the keys you want it to be bound to. I typically like to do something like 1 through 5 on the first bar, and then Shift 1 through 5 on the next bar. From there, I use a mix of buttons near my movement keys like Z, V, X, and T. If you want to take your action bars to the next level, you can style them with the Masque add-on. You'll want to download the main Masque add-on by StormFX and any custom skins you want to apply. I grabbed the Masque cast skin for this video, but feel free to test them out until you find one you like. To apply the styling, you just need to install the Masque add-ons and then type /MSQ in chat. Then select Domino's from the list and change the skin drop down to one that you like. Speaking of liking something, make sure to slam that like button if this video is helping you out, so I know to create more content like this in the future. Alright, Domino's also has some other cool features like one bar mode. This is enabled by default and lets you click on your experience bar to rotate between things like honor, reputation, money, and experience. If you don't like this feature or you want to adjust the colors, you can right click on the Domino's icon and then select progress from the left. From there, you can turn it off, set a gold goal, or choose custom colors for each item. You can also do some really cool things with the Domino's paging options for your bars. After right clicking on a bar, select the paging option from the left. If you're playing a druid, you can go through the paging options for bar 1 and see which bars will be used for your different forms. If you scroll down, you see that you can also set paging options based on modifiers. Since bar 6 is my shift modified version of bar 1, I'll go into bar 1's paging options and set the shift modifier to bar 6. I then need to do the same thing for bars 2 and 5, and then hide bar 5 and 6. Now I have a single action bar that changes whenever I hold down the shift key. You can also use the paging options to change the spells shown based on your target. To show you how this works, I'm just going to pull one of my bars to the middle of the screen and open up the paging options. Scrolling all the way to the bottom, you can see a section for targeting with settings for help, harm, and no target. Help lets you choose what will be shown if the target is friendly. Harm is displayed if you target an enemy, and no target's pretty straightforward. All you need to do now is select the bars you want to switch to when your target changes. Now when I click between these NPCs, you can see my bar update. If you want to get really advanced, you can also include custom visibility conditionals under the show states box in the advanced settings. Basically, this lets you make rules for when certain bars show or hide. The rules are defined by keywords that you put in square brackets and are listed out in this WowWiki article that I'll put a link to in the description. There are a ton of things you can do with this feature, but let me just show you one example. If you want to set your bars to show only when you have a target, you can put the exists keyword in square brackets. Now the bar disappears when I don't have a target and shows back up when I select one. You can also add multiple conditions next to each other. So if I wanted my bars to show up when I was in combat, even if I don't have a target, I would just need to add the word combat in square brackets after my last condition. To test that out, I can enter combat and press escape to clear my target, and now you can see that my bar is still showing up when I'm in combat, even if I don't have a target. Once you have all your bars and conditions set up, you can share your settings across multiple characters by right-clicking the Dominos icon and then by going to the Profiles menu. From there, select the one you just made from the existing Profiles dropdown. If you want to see how Dominos compares to other popular action bar add-ons, make sure to check out this video next.